What is this?
World Cup.
This is the World Cup. People, welcome. This World Cup's tiring me out, you know. It's killing me. But the show must go on, as they say. Wow. People already know what time it is, man. People already know what time it is, man. This is madness. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. World Cup Daily Khanage. I chose the right name. You know, these guys were giving me all different funny names. You know, as usual, Omar had the weirdest ideas for names for the show.
World Cup after party. Yeah.
I don't even know. I can't even remember some of the shit he was coming out with. But luckily I overruled and I called it Daily Khanage. Because that's what we're having, right? We're having Daily Khanage. Just when we think we're gonna have a nice quiet evening, or not quiet evening, like last day of action for the, like, in terms of the qualifying rounds, group games, I should say, sorry. Boy, it could have been worse. It could have been more crazy, you know, at the end. Another 5 minutes or so, things were getting tense out here. Quasi's in the building, man. Quasi, man. Ain't easy, bro. Ain't easy. People, smash the like button as you come in. Subscribe if you haven't, like weirdos. Why haven't you subscribed already? We're going to be going through a whole heap of shit. I don't even know where to start, man, but you see some tears in the behind Bilal. But Bilal didn't have real tears in his eyes because I think Bilal was happy. Partey's coming home. Xhaka continues though, but apparently you was ready to go front line.
I was ready. When the Serbian players like towards the end, they're all coming from, I was like, bro, put me in the TV. Put me in the TV. I'm gonna walk myself in there. Like, big up Mbolo, because he was me. And he was just like, move. But that goalkeeper was coming at him. The whole Serbian team rattled by one guy. Rattled. Yeah, never forget. Twice now. 2 times. He's done, yeah. Granit Xhaka. Big up Switzerland, man. I had them to go through and they performed. They did the job. And yeah, man, that had my blood pumping. I'm not going to lie. I was like, yo, Xhaka, we're coming out one way or another with this W.
I'm telling you, that had your blood pumping. Almost, what had your blood pumping today amongst the 4 games that we had? Was there any stage where your blood was really pumping? Like
Korea. Well, I have to apologize, man, to Asian football. After day 1, I said Asian football is trash.
You got dealt with. You got dealt with.
Australia, Japan, South
apologize.
Korea.
Read this super chat and apologize to Rafael.
I'm Korean and so happy. I cried when Sonny cried. I thought when Sonny scored, I was like, Sonny didn't score. When Sonny cried, bro, Son, big game player. Your country needs you, Fede. You're not taking last-minute free kicks. Your country needs you, Kevin De Bruyne. You're not. To be fair, we saw the hate Bilal got in the comments, but it's calm.
I'm so mad. But guess who's home?
You know what I did? I turned the TV over at the right time to Korea, Portugal. No one was talking about Korea. It was all about, could Ghana get 2 goals? Counter-attack. Son, composure. Oh, I've forgotten the guy's name, but bro, what a finish! I thought
you're gonna bring it out. We're gonna get into that. You're gonna bring out players. So that's your blood pumping moment of the 4 games. Michael, what was your blood pumping moment before we get into the real?
When Serbia made it 2-1, they scored like such beautiful goals. I think Vlahovic scored the second one. That was a beautiful finish. So when they scored that second one, I thought Serbia were actually gonna run away with it. I'm like, Mitrovic, Vlahovic up top, Tadic free roaming. I thought it was gonna be a rout, but got it. Also, Boubacar's red card had me crying. Scoring and then getting a red card after is one of the funniest moments.
Yo, listen, Ben. Trust me, man. I don't know how I got the invite. It must be the hat. It must be the whole World Cup thing. They needed some seniority amongst these young bucks. You know what I mean? Amongst this madness of the World Cup, amongst this daily carnage. But shout out Ben every time as well.
Yeah, 100%.
My head's still spinning, bro. My head's still spinning. My head's still tired. Because I'm telling you now, another 5 minutes or so, this could have been crazy. Because check this out. If Cameroon scored again, am I right in saying, no, if Cameroon scored 1 more, someone was telling me something, you know, that Brazil don't finish. Brazil finished second.
Yeah.
So we had Cameroon and Japan. No, South Korea, sorry.
It would,
So that
yeah,
would've been
been
the games.
Cameroon, South Korea. Yeah,
would've
yeah,
been
yeah.
Oh, that'd have been
Switzerland,
good,
South Korea.
man.
It would have a
That'd be
whole heap of
Switzerland.
madness. That's what I'm saying. Like we're gonna
Yeah.
get into the Brazil team because it was still strong. Don't get twisted. Brazil, the team Brazil picked was strong. There should be no excuses. You know what I mean? Ash says Xhaka dropped a classic for the ages. We're gonna get into that. I mean, Xhaka's a madman, isn't it? But you can't argue. The guy is one of the performers of the season so far. And today his country needed him to dominate in that midfield. Bro, okay, some people may say he went a bit OTT at the end, but that was at the end. The rest of the game, he remained calm on the ball, relaxed the ball, kept it moving. Bro, props to Xhaka, man. And we're gonna get into, I'm sure Holmes is probably want to touch on our own very Shaq attack. We're gonna talk about that as well. But I guess the first time we got to start from the beginning of the day. In it, well, we say beginning of the day, it's 1 p.m. kickoffs. I don't know which game you want to go into first, Holmes, man. 3 p.m. kickoffs. I beg your pardon. 3 p.m. kickoffs.
I think. I reckon we should start with Ghana Uruguay because all the action happened in that game in the first half, didn't it?
Yeah.
The penalty miss. Am I the only one who I feel like the whole world knew Ayew was missing that penalty?
Oh yeah, 100%.
It's one of those things, isn't it? Okay, so check this out. Oh shit, man, who was it? Was it on my show when someone was telling me? Oh man, I had some guy who was telling me about goalkeeping techniques, and he goes, when I was at a coaching course, was it Cav? I think Cav was.
I think it might have been Zub. It might have been Zub because he's been talking about.
Oh, it might have been Zub's, man. Pity's not here because he told me about. If you know the player's under pressure, always know wherever footed he is, he's going to go to the opposite side of his foot. So if it's a right footer, he's going to slam it into the left, go to the left. And if he's a left footer, he's going to slam it into the left. And you know what, Holmes, you're right. In terms of pressure, we knew this guy was under pressure. He's dog shite. We've been cussing him for his performances. He shouldn't be in the team. Quasi's in the chat. We already said, like, both of them can't be in that team. If both of the Ayew brothers are still holding it up in this team, then there's corruption. I'm sorry, there's corruption. They should not be in this team. Yo, what did he get? 5.3. I want to know, is that one of the lowest marks ever? I want to know, is that one of the lowest marks ever?
I think there was one game, there was a right back, was it Australia, France? He had like 4.2. Like,
no, allow him, innit? Allow him.
It's been a lot
him.
worse than 5.3.
Yeah.
It's been a lot worse than 5.3.
Has there? Well, they shouldn't have been.
These stats are not serious though.
5.3 one half is pretty sad though.
Lukaku got a 7.4 yesterday.
Yeah, you can't take these serious. But listen, you're right, Holmes. Well, first and foremost, that happened quite early on in the thing. Like we see the lineups. Like he changed it up. He went 4-4-2. He played Mr. Chaos and the King of Chaos, the ultimate shithouse. Suarez up front. Holmes. That was like either a recipe for disaster or a recipe for madness. Something in it, Holmes. Like that was wild combination up front. And even the rest of them, he changed it up. Uruguay. He had to.
Bro, it was like watching Prime Kane and Undertaker, brothers of destruction. These guys, man. I was seeing the timeline was hilarious. Suarez, this was his last dance. He turned into prime Luis Suarez for what, 60 minutes, bro. Yeah, man, he was pulling the strings for Uruguay. The blonde guy who scored both goals, fair play baller. Darwin causing chaos, scuffing up the penalty spot, being Darwin Núñez. It just Uruguay were in total control that first half. And to be fair, they were, until they realized they needed a goal, yeah, Ghana huffed and puffed. But Uruguay, man, they finally turned up. This was the Uruguay we came to the World Cup for. Not the negative Burnley Stoke-like football, right? We came.
It was too little, too late. Too late. Yeah. He went to two out-and-out wingers, two in midfield, Valverde and Bentancur. Yo, we're gonna touch upon Valverde. I don't know if one of you want to take it, or all of you want to take it, or every man in the chat and woman in the chat probably wants to speak on Valverde, but not everyone can. We need to speak on Valverde. We also need to speak on Mohamed Kudus, Bilal. Out of nowhere, he gets the does he get the shot off? He gets the shot off, which rebounds. No, the penalty. Yeah. No, someone else shoots.
Was he not? Was he not the one who got tackled? I feel
He
like
got
he
tackled.
was.
Yeah.
By the keeper,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, and the
Yeah,
keeper comes out. There's controversy because it's a blatant penalty. If it's not offside,
Yeah.
they blow for offside. This is one of those rare occasions. Well, not rare, but this is one of those occasions where you have to big up VAR because it got the right decision.
Yeah, no, 100%. I was screaming penalty, give me the penalty. They did it, but you know when you see you step up, I'm like, okay, this can go either one or two ways. If he scores, Ghana definitely winning this game because the energy is going to be mad. But if they miss psychologically, that could finish them. And as soon as he missed, they scored 2 very quick goals.
You're right.
And I think that's just showed like that miss really must have just affected their team because it's not like Ghana had a terrible game. At the back, yes, they were a little bit sus. But in attack, they did have some chances to at least get 1 goal and there was some close moments. I'm like, oh, you could have got done better. The goalkeeper's making some good saves. But I don't know. Suarez today, absolute joke, that villain, man. In terms of football, talent-wise, what a player. But you know what? Cry, because I was so happy. But you know what it is, right? That game, I'm not going to lie to you. Them 2 goals went in. And I don't know how to pronounce the guy. The guy was man of the match, number 10. Anyone want to help me? I don't know if you guys know how to say it. This is like...
Michael we normally go to Michael for pronunciation.
I was looking at Michael for that one. I'm not going to lie. I was like, bro, help me. Yeah, the Arrascaeta. Yes, we'll call him that.
Yeah.
We'll go with that, right?
Arrascaeta, yeah.
Baller,
oh, he plays for Flamengo in Brazil. Okay.
Yeah, man. Oh, the
but
Flamengo
listen,
fans are nuts.
I know you're saying in that first half, Ghanaians had a few chances. This is that. I didn't see nothing in the first half. I'm not gonna lie. I only saw my brother Mohamed Kudus, and to be fair to him, that was a penalty, right, Michael? But as soon as these guys said, as soon as Andrew Ayew stepped up. And there was way too much time in between, right? You know that the pressure is being built up. I don't know why didn't Mohamed Kudus take that penalty. Does anybody know? Maybe Kwasi in the building will tell us.
Hierarchy of ability.
Bro, that's exactly where it was, Ohms. That's exactly where it was. And that's what's caused the issues. That's what's caused the issue for them.
If their father wasn't a better LA, they wouldn't even be anywhere near the squad. But their father is one of the best Ghanaian players of all time, so they get selected for every single tournament, and they cost Ghana every single tournament. So I feel bad for Kudus because if you look at the people behind him, the Ayew brothers are terrible footballers. They shouldn't be playing international football in 2022. Inaki Williams is Basque. He's not Ghanaian. Only reason he plays for Ghana is because he wanted World Cup minutes because Spain wasn't selecting him. He never even wanted to play for Ghana. He's been rejecting them his whole life, and karma came up with him in this World Cup. Baba Rahman. I don't know how this guy gets selected at left back. Makes no sense to me. So Ghana have to fix up their political situation before next tournament. Otherwise, it's going to be continuous failures. Because Mohamed Kudus and number 5 are probably the only, and Salisu are the only bright sparks in that starting 11. Like Sulemana should be playing over one of the Ayew brothers. This guy's a direct winger. He causes chaos every single time he comes on the pitch. But nepotism wins again, as it always is.
This is Africa, bro. That's got to respect your elders. I use one of the elder statements of that team, and no matter how much we cuss him, listen, there's policy.
I'm rushing him at halftime. I don't care.
Well, he got subbed at him and his brother, I guess. Like they gave them a chance. They gave him everything. Even the African Cup of Nations, Ayew was running around saying, "We're gonna win. We're gonna do this," and he's moving mad. Like he's always just the main character of this team, despite not having the ability to be the main character. But that's just the way African teams roll, man. Sometimes it goes well, and sometimes it can go really wrong, as we saw today.
In the meantime, Ohms, while that chaos was taking place in the Ghanaian team with the penalty shootout, and then just the goals they conceded were horrendous, especially that first one. Like the guy whips the ball in, right? It's Nunes. Nunes whips the ball in, and I think both centre halves get nutmegged on the ball. Like I think it goes through both of them, or is it the fullback? One centre back and one fullback. Bro, that is horrific.
I think they just miss it.
Hold on, check this out. Check this out. Even before that, I believe it's one of the Ayews that gets dispossessed.
3 goals this tournament, they got dispossessed.
By Valverde, possibly. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. So they get possessed by the most energetic pressing machine I've seen in such a long time in this Valverde, brother. Bro, speak on Valverde and speak on that first goal for me, because that ball falls to Suarez. You know Suarez is going to do, he's going to cut in. And I don't even think the keeper was great for it, bro. Like, he palms it out. What do you think? I don't know.
The keeper, you could argue, made two mistakes. I'd say he made one mistake, right? Which was for that first goal. Both goals went Nunes, Suarez, and then the Arrakasta. Yeah, same trio every time, right? That first goal, Suarez's shot is far too close to him. If you're parrying it, you parry it away from the goal threat, right? Like, he didn't even, like, it's probably bouncing in, right? So for me, that goal is like just defensively a calamity, right? The second one, I can't lie, the link-up play was cold.
It was
Nunes to Suarez.
That ball gets drilled into Nunes. He cushions it like a prime Rudy Voller.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Like, I'm gonna give you my era's example. like he just cushions it into his path, and then Suarez just doesn't even have to look that way. Look, I'm not gonna change my mind about Luis Suarez. He shouldn't be playing at this level for more than 40, 50 minutes, right? Okay. But that 40, 50 minutes that he played, bro, he was a problem on and off the ball. And he just does that pass without looking. A good strike from that brother. But it shouldn't have gone in.
It's a hard one to save. I'm not going to lie. I think that's a hard one to save because he's absolutely levered that ball. And, like, it's at his feet. Yeah, it was straight. But then, like, I think most keepers would say, yeah, that's a hard one to save, even though it looks like on paper something that, because it's just bounced at his feet and it's skidded through. I think the keeper was up.
Is that us or is that him?
To be honest, the Uruguay midfield took control of that game. Even when Vecina came on, he literally ran the show, and like Ghana could not get a.
Vecina, I'm ready to.
No. But when he came on, right, he ran that game until half time, and then until Ghana sort of stepped it up in the second half, started getting shots off. It was far too comfortable for the Uruguay midfield, and I know you want to talk about Valverde. He had a very good first half, but I think when Uruguay needed that third goal, he started to crumble a bit. That's I
got a theory. I'm not theory, but I'll tell you why I think, and that was the manager had another howler. But Mikel O'Connor, appreciate the support, bro. He says, I'm just sad we're never going to see Suarez cry like a baby again and cover his face in pain at a major tournament. You don't know what you'll miss until it's gone. Adios, Luis.
Good hitting there.
Mikel, I'm going to come to an Arsenal fan and a United fan for that part. And this, if Ohms wants to strike back, and he can. If he doesn't, he doesn't. UK Beat says, like the stream. UK Beats, appreciate the love and support. You do what UK Beat says, bro. It's 200 of you guys in here. Let's like that stream. Come on, let's get it. Let's hit the algorithm so it gets spread amongst the rest of the YouTube community. Michael Bilal, I guess the super chat asks us to speak on Suarez at the end. So we'll skip the second half. We'll come back to it. But just the Suarez, we'll get into it. Suarez gets pulled off because they're 2-0 up. They're thinking, South Korea ain't going to beat Portugal. I think it's 1-0 at the time, or maybe South Korea have equalized. Bro, did you have any feelings or emotions for Suarez? I know the answer, but go on.
I never feel bad for Luis Suarez. He could hold that. But in the first half, he did have me crying because I told you guys he's going to have the game of his life for the last 3 years. This guy's the biggest villain that we'll ever see. And he went off pure hatred against Ghana today. We saw it from yesterday when the press conference. He got something cooking, and he cooked them in the first half. I haven't seen Luis. The moment that he nutmegged Inaki Williams, I'm like, okay, Suarez on something different. But seeing him cry brings me so much happiness. And Ghana, I know they lost today, but they could say that they left with something, because seeing your biggest enemy cry as he leaves, you know what? That sometimes that's bigger than 3 points. That's real victories right there. Seeing him cry, and they took him down with them. So I'll never feel bad for Luis Suarez. Patrice Evers liking photos of him crying as well. Love that. So he could hold that, and it was a good career for him. He's arguably the best striker of our generation, but I'll never like him as a person, and I'm glad that he'll go out as a flop in this tournament because they were meant to go out the group stages.
Fair enough. Bilal, have you
Yeah,
got any sympathy for him after Michael said that? I think you're gonna just double up. But it is what it is.
I am the last man in the world that will have any shred of sympathy for Luis Suarez. But you know what? We always say it, fantastic footballer, and I think everyone knows that his talent is undeniable. And in that second goal, I love goals like that, one touch, just like pure hooping. That's what we call it. You know, like even Brighton, I think that's a good example of the team. Sometimes they score goals like that. I'm just like, wow, I love those type of goals. And Uruguay did that today. So fair play for that goal. And Suarez, yeah, he really showed like, I hate Ghana today. He showed I hate them and I'm gonna do something to them. But I'm so happy that he actually had a good game and he left crying. That's just made my day. Because you know what it is? That second half, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I was like so depressed. I was just sitting there like, damn, Ghana, you really did this to me, man. You guys got my hopes up. I thought, okay, just need a point today. You've bottled it. There's no way South Korea are gonna beat Portugal, surely. And I'm sitting there, honestly, the most part of that second half, right? And I'm looking at, I wasn't even watching that South Korea game. I was actually watching the Ghana-Uruguay game, main focus. I'm just staring at the screen. I'm just like, damn. Then all of a sudden, 90th minute, I don't know what possesses me. I flick onto the South Korea game. I'm seeing Heung-min
I know what possessed you.
running.
I know what possessed you. It's the World Cup. You knew this ain't normal. Something's got to happen. Like we've been talking on it. We've been manifesting it almost into existence, into happening. Ohms, the Uruguay game kind of just becomes a total madness, and the reason for that is because first Portugal take the lead. So let's get into the second game then, I guess, because Portugal guys, I want to ask you, how do the organizers fix this? And I know it happens in quite a few games. It can happen in Champions League tournaments, but you know when teams are changing their lineups because they're already through, and there's still issues to be resolved in terms of who's going to win the group, who's going to qualify. Is there a way around it, Ohms or Michael, anyone? Do you think there's a way around this?
Around it because the manager will just be like, I'm not weakening my team. I'm just resting and playing as good a team, because the manager's always going to sort. Are you talking about like Portugal and Brazil?
Yeah.
I mean, like, there's no way around it. First of all, that Portugal team that was on there should still be beating South Korea, right? The way that France team, that Brazil team should be beating Tunisia and Cameroon. So, like, there is no way around it. The manager will just be like, yeah, I've rotated my team, but I still think this team is as strong as my other team, because they're going to back every player in their squad. It's like when Mick McCarthy dropped 11 players at United and then got hella heat for it, and then won the next game, and he was like, well, I made 11 changes again. Nobody said it, bat an eyelid at it. So I don't know, man. That Portugal team. Look at that red. Look at Michael's goat. All right, 4.9.
Someone tell me who was paying attention fully to this game, because,
Grizz,
as I said, that Ghana Uruguay game had me.
You're talking about 5.3s. Look at that 4.9. That's sweet.
Michael. Ladies and gentlemen,
my goat is injured.
Right now, we switch over to Michael Griggs out in the USA. Michael, your comments and analysis needed on Cristiano Ronaldo dropping a 4.9 against the South Korea team.
Not surprised. If any United fan that anyone in the comments knows, even when they're Young Bucks, I criticize Ronaldo and his performances. There was a certain Man City fan that was coming at me trying to defend Ronaldo, but I've been hating on him all season in terms of his performances, and I'm not even shocked by it. So,
bro,
he's trying to stat pad today. He wanted to stat pad today. That's why he played.
100%
today.
100%. We're talking about seniority complex. This guy superiority complex. This guy everything. You know what I mean? This guy has it all, and it's not nice, because he could be the difference from Portugal. I think Portugal have got the rest of the squad and the team to go all the way. But this guy, you know what I mean? I don't know about this guy, man. Look at him. That's an ugly performance. Apparently he was hauled off. But listen, we need to speak, because, I mean, does anybody know about this guy who scored? Horta. I don't know about him.
He plays for Braga. He had a
Braga,
really good season last season.
Second goal, right?
No, he scored the first goal, innit? So they took
No,
the
as in,
lead.
no, I mean his second goal for Portugal, as in like
Okay.
on his record.
So look, he takes the lead. Portugal take the lead, and we think, okay, calm. Everything's fine. Uruguay are winning 2-0 in the other game. Portugal are winning in this game. Everything's going to come. It's a matter of if Cristiano Ronaldo can get a couple of goals because he knows he wants to finish above certain other man's in this goal scoring charts this World Cup. Nothing happens except madness. Madness happens because you got to remember in the other game, Ghana was still going gung ho because they're thinking 2 goals and they're back in the business. Mohamed Kudus started turning up in that second game. Bilal, I don't even know we want to speak on Mohamed Kudus' performance because I thought he was a shining light amongst, bro. I don't even know. I told Kwazi, I'm back in Ghana. I want Ghana to win for the culture and the heritage and the whole Suarez history, but I didn't rate them like that. I didn't rate Ghana like that. Honestly, I just look at their players and I think I don't see no one apart from my boy Mohamed Kudus. How good was Mohamed Kudus?
Again, the best attacking player that they have by far. Like it's not even close because, of course, we hope that Suleimana would have turned up this tournament and maybe
Didn't pick him.
But even his record, to be honest, Suleimana for Rennes, I believe he hasn't scored that many goals. Even
he's had a mediocre season.
Like 1 goal. Yeah, he's not really been doing it that much. I understand not playing him, but Kudus has been on form in Europe for Ajax. Ajax have been up and down the season, but his performances have been good. And then for Ghana today, again, sensational. It's just that finish, that last bit, just to get the ball over the line, just wasn't there today. But yeah, you have to rate him. And I'm seeing him linked, of course, to Liverpool. We talked about that. Pretty sure he's going to start being linked to so many clubs soon. Ajax, they're going to want a bidding war.
The funny thing is, he was literally going to Everton on loan with an obligation to buy. And now suddenly they're going to want 40 million for him as a minimum. I'm not gonna lie. Ben's asking a question because Ben loves a transfer. Ben loves a transfer rumor. Ben, any transfer rumor, Ben's on it, man. I see him. That's what I laughed today at Ben. At every transfer rumor, he's on it like Sonic. But Kudus is the one guy I want, bro. Right now, affordable, and within the price range, the age, the variety of positions he can play, his strength. He's strong as an ox, and that shot. Sweet strike, man. That keeper kept him in it, to be honest with you. He looked a bit dodgy. He looked a bit overzealous, but in the end, he kept them in it. Omar, the news filters through that South Korea have equalized. They got another player on their side that we're waiting to see if he can do something. Son from Spurs. Again, apparently he cried. I didn't see it at the end, but
he's got tears for days, that guy, bro.
He cried.
Well, FootMob's giving him 8.2. I mean, can people tell me, was he worth 8.2?
For the assist alone, man.
For the assist alone, yeah. But from what I've heard from people who watch this game, they said that he wasn't actually that good. But then, hey, because he got the assist, it sort of boosts his rating up. But yeah, man, this goal just made that last 10 minutes absolutely mental.
Wild.
The Uruguay Ghana one was like watching basketball because both teams could have gone through. There was 8 minutes of stoppage time or something, 7-8 minutes, and I'm not gonna lie, Uruguay had chances. They had like 5-on-3, 6-on-4.
Okay. Was it a penalty? The first one. Let's talk about the first one. Remind me what happened in the first one, or remind us about what happened in the first one.
So the first one was Nunes. And yeah, I think the defender just got a touch, if I'm not mistaken.
You think he got a touch?
I think Cavani one. Yeah, sorry.
So the first one is when he goes through, he shows tremendous pace, strength. First, they think he might have handballed it. There's no sign of handball. Then he bursts through with that pace he's got. The guy comes in from behind. This is where different interpretations happening all over the pitch, and it's confusing. I thought he may have just touched the ball, but then I hear that when you come in from behind like that and wipe out the man, that's a foul. I don't know, Michael Bilal, have you got an opinion on that? Or Holmes, have you got an opinion on that? I think just a slight touch to the ball, but is that, I don't know.
I reckon it's one that if it was outside the box, it's given as a foul.
It's given as a foul.
Because it's inside the box, Yeah, for me, the bigger penalty decision was the Cavani one. I don't know about you guys.
That's clearly not a penalty. I'm sorry.
To
I've
me,
seen some
that's
people
a
say
pen.
it was a penalty.
Oh
me, it's a
shit!
pen.
Cavani was looking for that from the minute
Nah,
the rush
nah.
started. I'm
No,
like, this
it
guy's
was
gonna fall down.
clumsy. It was clever. He was looking for it, but the guy was clumsy. The guy was clumsy. Like the guy clipped Cavani like clearly. Like he clipped his leg, and bro, Cavani got himself in the right position. I don't know who the defender was, but I thought it was at first. I thought Cavani was looking at it, but when I looked at the replays, maybe because I was looking at it on slow mo, but to me, like Cavani, that's his experience. That's his sort of game sense. Like getting your body across the man, waiting for the contact, and the contact was there. So for me, that Cavani one is a clear pen. I don't know I know Bilal, you disagree.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Do you think it's right to look at things like that in even slow mo? Even for me in slow mo, it's not penalty. But do you think it's right to look at it in slow mo? Because me in real time looking at it, I'm seeing the whole thing happening, and even the referee's reaction was the same. Cavani, get up, mate! Like you are clearly looking for that penalty. It's not.
Yeah, but look what
he's going into him. He's the one initiating everything, and
But look what Milo says. Looking for it doesn't make it not a penalty. Come on, Bill. I thought you were a real football man.
No. This is what Michael's team, when Oli was there, this is what they were doing every game, and they had like 20 penalties in like 3 months. Bro, it shouldn't. No. For me, it's not a penalty.
It's just high football IQ. Cavani has one of the highest football IQs for a striker, and he knows that if he puts the right angle, that defender will make the challenge, and it's up to the defender to not make the challenge. And Cavani sold it really well. That's just good attacking play.
It's really good.
It's just experience.
So you two think it's a penalty?
Yeah. Just like remember the De Bruyne one against Fulham. That was a pen because he sold it.
Nah, that one for me wasn't a pen. That one was even more criminal. That one for me, De Bruyne Fulham. Don't remind me about.
Yeah, I know why you're saying that because it has certain effects on your.
Yeah, that one, De Bruyne for me, just like. But you can get those pens. I don't like that. I don't like that, to be honest.
Okay, so one of them 100% should have been given, right? Let's just say there's two of them incidents that really should have been out of sight, right? So this is karma. People are talking about karma and all that, man, because this is like unbelievable. But it would have been sweet karma if it meant Ghana going through. It didn't, because Ghana couldn't do nothing about it. Meanwhile, in the other game, 91st minute or something, we hear the brother Juan from Wolves, who I rate, he's not being played at Wolves. He's not being utilized at Wolves. He was one of the guys that was at Salzburg when Haaland was there and Minamino was there. Haaland, Minamino, and Juan was the front three.
He's the one that skinned Van Dijk, right?
I don't know about that, bro. I don't remember that far back.
Nah, I do remember.
Them days, no one skinned.
He did. He was the first person to dribble past Van Dijk in years. I remember that.
Oh, man, no.
Those dribbling back.
What trophy, as you say?
Van Dijk's just jockeying the whole way. Like, come on.
You can't start Van Dijk. But then I remember in that second game, everyone's gonna say Haaland. Bro, Van Dijk literally picked him up and threw him out the pitch. So Haaland can hold that.
But either way, he's a baller, and he should be used more, especially for Wolves. Bro, as Bilal says, I think for that through ball, he slides a nice through ball. Juan puts it in. Bro, this time, now suddenly Ohms, all cameras, everything, the whole media was all on Suarez, even though there was a game going on, because Suarez kind of knew he's off the pitch. Nunes is off the pitch. Bentancur is off the pitch, but Bentancur was injured. Bro, this manager thought sweet home and dry, when now they needed a goal. Bro, Cavani was a coward in those final 15 minutes. He was a coward. He gets through. All he has to do is take a touch. And you know how that brother Fulkrug, what was his name? Fulkrug,
yes.
Yeah, Fulkrug.
Like
Terminator came on the scene. Musiala done the footwork. And Fulkrug said, yeah, let me handle it from here. My name is Fulkrug. Bro, Cavani done the opposite. He took the ball in the same situation, one touch, slam it. What does he do? He tries to play a pinpoint pass to who? Sebastian Coates, 6'5", centre back. I know Ohms, he scored that mad goal at QPR with the overhead kick, scissor kick, but that was crazy. I thought that was cowardly behavior.
I think he could have taken a touch and then shot. Yeah, I agree. But you have to remember Cavani, man. This guy's been a team player for a long while now. This guy is all about the team. He's all about the end result. But I need to talk about Fede Valverde, man. A certain man I've been seeing and calling him Steven Gerrard, bro. All I know is when Steven Gerrard was needed, he stepped up. Fede, when he needed to get that goal, he started trying to take people on, walking the ball out of play, 5-on-3s, trying to play balls that just weren't coming off. If you need a bit of composure, Fede, watch more Steven Gerrard clips. Because, boy, sorry, he's a great player. Don't get me wrong, right? One of the best midfielders in the world at the moment. But he was the guy that was meant to carry that team, right? Cavani can't do it anymore. Suarez and Nunes were on the bench. And this guy was fumbling every opportunity. He literally had the whole of the middle. That game, the last 10 minutes, were being played in both boxes. It was basketball, right? Nobody cared about the middle of the pitch. He was in the middle of that pitch and he could do nothing. I'm sorry, man, but like,
I don't know if you used to want to fight back, because like Holmes is my guy in it. So, but I need to fight back here. Like Valverde was a one-man show by now. He had taken off 3 or 4 of their best players. He had people like Vecino with him. I don't rate this brother at all. He had, okay, you know what I mean? Nah, man, I'm not having the slander, because Valverde was the only one.
I'm starting to think that Valverde is actually not a midfielder. I feel
but go on. I don't expect him to do that.
Bro, I feel like this guy, I think his abilities don't really translate to a 4-4-2 midfield. Like him and Bentancur, I don't think that midfield is ever going to work, because Fede is not going to be positionally disciplined. This guy wants to go forward and start bombing long shots. That's his game. And you're going to have Bentancur or Vecino just get left alone, and that's going to cause you issues.
There's a bit of Stevie G in there, you know, the way you describe that, there's a bit of Stevie G in there.
And that's why Ancelotti doesn't have him in midfield. He has him off the right, where he could just free roam and just do his thing. And that's why I think Valverde should have played, honestly. He could have played a Vecino Bentancur 2, have that solidified in the middle of the park, and you just let Fede off the right free roam and do his things. I think the Uruguay coach kind of got it wrong. Yeah, a right back wing midfield. Bro. This guy just needs to go on the right hand space and just cook on that side. Let him free roam over there.
I'm with you. Overall, the Uruguay coach, he did resign in the end, didn't it? Because he does need to resign. If he didn't resign, he needs to get sacked.
I know the Ghana coach resigned.
All of them. That's about 4 coaches that resigned. Why are you laughing?
At this point.
It's like when someone loses an election, and then the next thing you know, there's so many guys just resigning.
But the Uruguay coach needs to resign. The Uruguay coach was the reason why Uruguay not.
Yeah, no, I agree. He was too negative. He rested on his laurels, didn't he? He thought, yeah, we're going through, bro. You never know in the World Cup. You have to go for the kill. You're dominating Ghana first half.
But didn't they learn from yesterday's results, or the day before's, or the day before's? They're playing the last group games, the last round, the last set of group games. Learn, bro. Learn.
It was the first 2 games, though, man. They realistically went out of this World Cup because they drew 0-0 to South Korea, in my opinion. They started the World Cup really slow. They played well. This was their best game by far. It's a bit like how Belgium's best game was the last game against Croatia, but it's a little too late. You can't. We've seen in this World Cup, attacking intent pays off. So you don't go out there when you know if South Korea, at least leave one of Nunes or Suarez on. Leave Nunes on. Because you know, the more Ghana come onto you, the more space Nunes is gonna have to run into. And Nunes, you know, yeah, go on.
I'm gonna ask you lot. Can you remember a game where the team's trying to hold out, like play defensively, and it's actually held out? I can't. Do you know what I mean by that? Like a team set up for, let's take the draw, or sorry, let's take the 1-0 and then sat back. That's actually worked. I can't think of anything, man. Everyone's conceded. When the pressure's been on, when you've had that mindset, you've conceded. So that suggests that Holmes is saying attack is the best form of defense, it seems, in this World Cup. But bro, you're right. Michael, you're the basketball man. Well, I don't know. I think I've just done a mad stereotype there just because from the USA.
No,
forgive me. Okay. Otherwise, I've just done something madness there. You know what I mean? You might say I don't even watch basketball. I've never watched it. But is that what basketball's like? Because that was end to end. Because don't forget, Ghana thought 10, 15 minutes to go, we can score 2 goals here cheekily. I don't think at that stage they knew that Uruguay needed 1 more goal. So they were like, why are these guys attacking us like mad? Like, what's going on here? I think it was madness on that pitch, in that last 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, I watched the highlights. I was at work during the full game, but I ended up catching most of like the big highlights. And yeah, it was really end to end, which obviously Ghana needed the 2 goals. But Uruguay again, they kept it too late though. They like that, like almost said, that first game against Korea should have been the one that they got to win. But that was one of the worst. That was actually one of the worst World Cup games that we ended up being in the group stages. That was a dead game, and like I said, he could have put Freddie on the right and let him cook over there, but he didn't because that Uruguay coach, it's a new coach too. Don't forget, Uruguay had this one coach that was there for like a decade plus.
My old man.
And he was there for all their success. And this new coach, maybe the pressure got to him because I was high on them, but I completely forgot that in qualifiers, they struggled a lot in terms of attacking. They had a lot of 1-0 wins and stuff like that. Yeah. And it showed in the World Cup that their attacking patterns of play are not there, especially when you think about the attackers they have. A Darwin Nunez, a Cavani who could still score goals at any moment, Suarez, Facundo Pelestri, this Flamengo guy who looks like a bagsman, Fede Valverde, who's at the goal threat at any moment. So it's interesting with them.
Suarez, Cavani, Nunez with 0 goals. Bro, that coach.
Like, I would have tried Nunez left forward, like the way that Liverpool Klopp has tried him a couple of times, and then put like a Cavani or Suarez next to him in that aspect. I would have tried a couple of different things, but maybe his
4-3-3, Valverde right, Nunez left, Cavani through the middle. That would
have just do something like that, man. Just mix
it
up.
They're done. They're done now. Let's stop talking about.
They got lucky though. They should probably be happy because Bentancur was gonna be out, and without Bentancur, they would have gotten.
He's so good for them. He was so good for them this tournament.
Oh shit! Spurs won't like that if it's serious, but we don't know if it's that how serious or whatever. But look, Suarez gone. Nunez comes home. That's the advantage. Uruguay. The manager resigns and South Korea go through. Like, I don't remember none of you lot saying South Korea. Before you lot start hyping up, not one of us said South Korea. We said, yeah, it's a done deal.
I can't.
We skipped past the group so quick. And you know that last 10 minutes, right? That was like, I was supporting South Korea at that point because like, Uruguay need to go home at this point, right? So I was just thinking, the Korean people watching that last 10 minutes of Uruguay Ghana must have been just like their hearts must have just been finished, man, watching that because the end-to-end nature that you guys have been talking about that last especially 10 minutes, the goalkeeper making saves, and it's like, bro, I feel like the Uruguay players.
It was wild. It was 5 against 3 every attack.
Yeah, it was like there was less people on the pitch. Yeah, it was literally like it was 5-on-5. It looked like a power league game. I don't understand what was happening towards the end. And it felt like the Uruguay players felt like they didn't really rate the goalkeeper of Ghana. It felt like they could shoot any moment and the goal would go in and stuff like that. But yeah, big up Son for what he did there, because for me, that run that he made and then just the composure, he's seen Hwang Hee-chan just coming through in the pass just to slip him in and then goal. I just think that was such a good goal. So yeah, you have to. That's just a special goal, and all the crying, all the tears, all the Ghana. Oh, listen, Ghana, it's so weird. First, you have to say there's 2 things here. First,
what are you gonna say? What are you gonna say? You're gonna have to be careful. Are you gonna go on? Say it.
No, Ghana. First of all, right, 2 days ago, I'm seeing one of their backroom staff. He's taking a picture of Son when he's crying. Right, there's a Ghana fan. I watched the video. I don't know if you guys. It's gone viral. He's literally shouting at some like 2 old Korean ladies, like, we are Ghana, like he's gassing it up, like we're gonna qualify, you guys are this and that. Then a couple of days later, South Korea are top. And not only did they qualify, they saved Ghana from national embarrassment, national humiliation. Because if Uruguay had went through and IU had missed that penalty and they lost in that manner, well, bro, like today would be a bad day.
He's got a point. Bilal's got a point.
Let's not act like Ghana still didn't bottle it. Ghana needed a point, and they did not turn up. Right?
Well, they did, but they felt like
it's still on them, right? No. It's still on them, man. They left with what they would have left with if Uruguay, if Korea scored or not. They left going home, right? They're all going home. South Korea went home. South Korea have their last 16 spot. South Korea have what? Who are they playing?
Brazil. Yeah, that's the present they got for qualifying, to be honest, right?
South Korea have Brazil. Ghana, it could have been vibes, man. Could have been Ghana, Brazil, attack. World Cup heritage, but what? No. Ghana can't get away with this, man. They should have gone through. Quasi, they should have gone through. And they fumbled it today.
See the picture behind me? For Ghana, that's better than winning the World Cup. At the end of the day,
They got revenge. No,
this is what
him
they
cry
came for.
is like,
Yeah,
seeing him
this
cry
is what they came
is
for.
almost as big as 3 points to them. I'm not even joking. They left with something. Like seeing your biggest enemy cry like that on the biggest stage, it's gotta feel.
Yeah, but I think that's weak mentality, man.
Bittersweet pill.
That's real hating.
I get bittersweet. But what, man? He handballed it on the line. Every player in world football would have done the same thing. Your guys missed a penalty that game, and your guys missed a penalty this game. You need to focus on yourselves, man, and become better.
They didn't focus on themselves twice. They didn't focus.
It was atrocious defending. I said it. I said it in the first game. I'm not sure about them defensively. They look awful in defense, and it was proven so. Your guy Partey didn't turn up either as well. Don't you try to snuggle your way out of it.
The Ghana guys, there was a guy before the game. He's cut like I saw some big musician in Ghana. He's like, Partey doesn't ever turn up for Ghana. He plays like he's not interested. And Partey, that's the way he plays. Like he's nonchalant.
That's the way he plays, man. Yeah.
Arsenal can get away with it because like you've got better players.
Xhaka, you got a real man next to him. He got Granit Xhaka.
We forget there were two villains on that pitch today, but let's.
Who's the other one?
No, we prefer not to speak.
Move
on.
Oh, is it? Okay. UK Beat sends in a super chat. He says, "Love your content, Grizz. Humble and nice guy. I appreciate that. You never walk alone. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate the love and support. People, contractual obligations mean that I have to leave you in the capable hands of the young bucks. So please keep listening to them. Keep liking the stream if you haven't. Subscribe if you haven't. They're going to take you through the evening games results and the evening action, which was wild as well. But I think we've covered the wild stuff. So I'm going to leave you guys to it. Peace out. Take care, guys. Have a good one. Don't get me fucking cancelled, yeah? You understand? I prefer if you don't speak.
All right. We'll be just everyone on mute and just we'll just talk in sign language. But yeah, honestly, yeah, the big up those two games, Ghana, South Korea. I say we just move on to the big real men derby that everyone was talking about before the game.
War.
This was war. This was
I saw a tweet, yeah. I saw a tweet, yeah, and it was like FIFA needs to stop randomly drawing these games. Just put people who went to war with each other in the same group.
I mean, that's what Group B was, to be fair.
And that's true. That's true.
Group B.
And you'll get the best World Cup ever, man. Oh, what happened? Who was it?
So Serbia, Switzerland. Yeah, this is a crazy game. Honestly, like I had two screens going at the same time, right? And obviously, because of my Arsenal allegiances, I had to see Martinelli and Jesus play for Brazil. I've been waiting. But this game, bro, this game took all. Yeah, I didn't see Jesus too much, but honestly, this game just took all my attention because it was a beautiful, beautiful game of football. Shaqiri getting that goal, you know, I'm like, yo, it's begun. Albania rises, not just Switzerland. Albania rises as well. Shaqiri's
the eagle has landed.
The eagle has landed. It's
Did
all
you see
crazy
the female, the fan that in the sand?
Yeah,
she got kicked out the game because she did the eagle. Bro, big Shaqiri, man, big Shaq. Bro, this guy's a Chicago Fire. And he's still dunking on Serbia. It's crazy.
It's mad. He went to Chicago. I didn't even know, you know. Chicago Fire.
He's also technically younger than Kevin De Bruyne.
9 goals and 5 assists.
That's mad. I didn't even deep he went to the MLS, you know. I was just wondering. I thought he just like vibes. I guess when you don't see someone for a while, it must mean they've gone to the MLS. But yeah, no, that game was crazy. Then the goals from Serbia, though, were nice. Like that Mitrovic header moved me. I was like, yo, Mitrovic. That is a proper header. Like, you know, when a proper striker just scores that kind of header, just like, yo. And then Vlahovic, left foot, celebration, very questionable. I understand it was because of some allegations towards him, but yeah.
Romano a little suspect too, I can't lie. But
all
I'm saying is, UEFA, you have some business to conduct at Juve right now. All I'm saying is, yo, Vlahovic is available for the right price. That's all I'm saying.
How much were you offering for Vlahovic? I put £1. I think that could get him.
I'll be nice to Pavel Nedved. In respect to his Ballon d'Or career, I'll say 10 mil.
His Ballon d'Or.
That fraudulent Ballon d'Or as well. That is, I'm just taking Vlahovic, and they're giving me money. They owe me now.
You're taking Vlahovic, and he's handing the Ballon d'Or to Thierry.
Yeah, give it back.
But there was this one highlight in this game that actually stood out to me. Pavlovic, the center back, bro. He got the ball went right to his face. He just got up right away.
badge on the line.
Real Eastern European center backs, real men.
Bro,
He's
these
the
man,
most
like,
Eastern European looking man I've
Yeah, come
ever
on, bro.
seen, man.
Strahinja Pavlovic, bro.
I can't lie. Remember
only
after the
21.
first game-
He's only
what? Bro,
That's a
this
lie.
guy-
You don't care. Wait, but you know what? Yeah, I remember back in
Passport
day when I was a young guy, like a kid, like 14, 15. I had some Eastern European guy in my class, bro. And this guy had full on tattoos, everything. It was like 14, 15. And the guy looks 25. I'm like, bro, what are you man eating over there? I don't know.
Oh,
Like,
it's the Martin Skirtle diet, man. What the hell?
yeah, these
These
men are
real
different.
men. Real men.
No, yeah, I can't lie. This guy's winning me over, right? This guy's. We talked.
Oh,
When I see this guy flying into tackles, when I see this guy flying into tackles doing this thing, I'm like, man, we need this guy in the Prem. We need this guy being a villain at left back somewhere. I don't know. Give me a team in the Prem that he'd suit.
any three at the back
Everton.
team, like a Brentford, even a Brentford, like obviously they play more ball, but they're aggressive, physical team. I'd like to see him there.
Pavlovic can
Ben
kick ball
me.
too. He plays for Salzburg, so you got to be able to kick.
Yeah, no,
balls
he's
to
not
play for
bad,
Salzburg.
but some of the things I've seen on the ball, like,
Well, we
but
need to
still,
put
no, he's not
Fry watch.
terrible.
We got to put
Yeah, he's
Fry
not
watch on
terrible.
a certain individual. That number 20 on Serbia. SMS.
Oh yeah,
Anonymous.
as well.
You know what kills me about Milinkovic Savic, right? Lazio president. Nobody's hyping him, bro. Nobody wants
Bro,
Milinkovic
he
Savic.
scored a goal in the World Cup. He's like, yo, the price of the brick went up. I'm like, bro, ain't no price of the brick going up.
Nobody's interested. I rate Milinkovic Savic. Don't even get me wrong. Like, he's a good player, but it's one of those ones. When you stayed at Lazio for this long, he plays like that level of player where one
Juve,
day,
yo, like even the Juve haven't gotten you yet, or like an Inter, bro. You ain't even upgraded in Serie A.
yeah, no, it's all a bit mad for him. I'm not gonna lie. Good player, but he maybe needs a move just to refresh his career and just in general. But obviously he's got talent, everything. But yeah, for me, this Serbia team, if we just start on them, also because they're the losing team, I don't know. There was always that hope that they could do something because of their squad. We looked at the Blahovic's, Mitrovic, Tadic, Kostic. You look at that team and just think, they could really do something. But Switzerland, they just know how to win these sort of games, man. They have the experience, man, and that's why I was backing them.
What happened to Jan Sommer?
Yeah, I'm not too sure what happened to Jan Sommer. But again, Kobel.
He was playing.
Yeah, Kobel's.
Bro, I just clocked that. I thought Jan Sommer played the whole game. That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, Kobel, yeah. Dortmund, he's been great for them.
Khanage on free kicks as well.
Khanage got a 7.0.
Yeah.
These ratings, I just air them, but it is what it is.
Yo, I was ready to see Hamza come outside during that game, by the way. I'm just saying, yo, he was getting cooked. He was at fault for that Mitrovic goal. Mitrovic just ran right past him.
Yeah, Mbolo, you know, Mbolo.
FIFA legend, career mode legend.
The Cameroon man knocking out his own nation. You got to put some respect on it. This guy's got a Swiss passport now. I can't lie. There's a villain story there, right? Dunking on a Boubacar's head, a Bumbacar's head, whatever you want to call him, right? Dunking on him. So big up in bowling, man. I know, Bilal, you were talking about how he could never walk back into Cameroon. You know what? You might have a point now.
Well,
you
he
might
ain't
have a
allowed
point
back
now.
there.
Yeah, he's enjoying the World Cup, man. He keeps going to the next rounds of Cameroon at home.
What club is he at? I don't even know. Is he still at Mönchengladbach?
I think he might be at Mönchengladbach. Still, let's have a look. Monaco now.
Monaco. Ooh.
He's been around.
Well, this guy
But
only
it's
just
'cause he had
plays for
injuries
Swiss-
and
He's like Latroba. I've never seen him bowl play a club game in like 5 years.
He's always injured. That's the thing. I don't know. Obviously now, hopefully he stays injury free because he always had that talent, man. 5 years ago, he's probably the most hyped young striker in Europe.
FIFA,
I'd say.
bro.
He was hyped, yeah.
Yeah, his hype was different, man.
I have a
But
question
yeah,
with Switzerland. Yo, did Noah Okafor not get called up?
Oh, let me
No,
check.
actually.
I haven't even seen him play, but he's
Is
been
he-
linked
is he on
to
bench? Is he
so
on
many
bench?
clubs. Yeah, he's on the bench. Yeah, he came on 90th minute.
That's great. I thought he should get more minutes. He was really good for Salzburg.
We should probably talk about the royal men, the Albanian men, Shaqiri and Xhaka. Because boy, every time they step up in this game, 2018, they stepped up. 2022, they stepped up. They were willing to fight the whole Serbia squad, man. Milinkovic Savic, the keeper, man. That's one guy you don't want to mess with. Bro, I'm telling you, Shaqiri, Xhaka, they would have gone for it. Fair
Shaka,
play,
bro,
Xhaka,
all of them were coming for Shaka. Milinkovic, Savic, Pavlovic, all of these big guys. They thought they could handle Shaka. Shaka rattled all of these guys rent free in their heads. And you know what? As I said, I was gonna jump in the TV, man, to not back it. If they did anything to Shaka, man, I would have been there. But bro, honestly, me and Shaqiri would be there fighting for our lives, trying to just get Shaka out of that, man. But yeah, now big him up. Great performance again. And I know Omi said yesterday you think he's gonna get a red card. I told you, Shaka's changed.
He was close. He was close.
And he knows how to play the game and knows when to rattle people now and just play to that fine line. That's what all the great players do. Like all the players that we rate, like elite rattlers, man. We call them elite rattlers because they don't get sent off. You're not meant to get sent off while you're doing all of this nonsense. You're meant to just get in the head of the other team. You stay on the pitch, you win the game. And some of the passes he was playing, some of the things he was doing on the pitch, you got to big him up, man. Him and Freuler, yeah. For me, they had a great game.
Oh, that third goal, man. We need to talk about it.
That back heel for the goal is beautiful.
Bro, that was it Vargas who did it?
Yeah, I think so.
Bro, what an assist, man. What a goal. That was pure football. Amidst all this like fighting and whatever, we've seen some quality goals in this World Cup, bro.
Yeah.
It reminded me of the Uruguay one. The Uruguay just the pin, the flick, the first time volley. Oh, perfection, man. I can't lie though, Serbia kind of fumbled it at the end. They weren't really creating anything.
Their heads were gone. Their heads were gone for like the last 30 minutes. That's what I'm trying to say. Like
taking off Vlahovic for Jovic doesn't help. I don't understand what was the thought process.
Yeah, that's true.
The thought process.
I think all three. I think you should have waited and then had all three on at the end.
Is Vlahovic not fully fit? Is that the reason you think? Because there's no reason to ever take off Vlahovic.
Jovic ain't even a professional footballer anymore, bro. That guy ain't done nothing since Frankfurt.
Tadic, I know he got man of the match, but second half he was out of the game completely. Same with Zivkovic, Kostic as well. Kostic, like, bro, I was looking forward to this, man. Kostic whipping in balls to Mitrovic and Vlahovic. It could have paid off more this tournament, I'm telling you. That should have been there. I think, Michael, you tweeted it today. It should have been their one tactic all World Cup.
Yeah, sure. You could have gotten a couple extra goals from it, but Kostic played a couple good crosses that just didn't end up paying off. But what can you do in the end?
Do you rate Kostic that much? I don't know.
No.
I don't really rate him that much as a footballer.
I rate his wing play game. I just rate him on the wing. I feel like in a 4-4-2, counter-attacking 4-4-2, yeah, there's something there, but he'd be so specific to a certain system and a certain style of play to get the best out of him because I think he's fairly one-dimensional. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think he's way too one-dimensional, man. I look at him like his game is predictable. If you use him in the correct way, of course, he's going to be an effective weapon, but nah, not for me. Like in terms of a player, like Juve, for example, is a level for me probably too high. Does that make sense for a player like Kostic? I know he's got his move and Juve are struggling. Probably, is one of the reasons. I hasn't played maybe that much, but yeah, I don't rate him that much. But I'm not going to say he's a bad player. He's a good player, but if we're talking top players, obviously
he was the best player on a Europa League winning team.
Europa League win. You understand that level. That level of player.
Some people been hyping Europa League. We can't really be chatting shit like that.
Should you be in the Europa League? You shouldn't be, bro. I think it's different. When talking Premier League teams who go in the Europa League, like Liverpool could go in the Europa League this season. It's different. It's not the same. We're talking Frankfurt.
I think like in Serie A, I think Juve might be a little ahead. Maybe like a Lazio or Roma would be more his level.
Yeah, exactly. That sort of club.
But he's not making that a level. Relax, bro. Luke Shaw is better than him. Let's be serious.
Yeah.
Well, World Cup Luke Shaw is better than anyone though. Roberto Carlos, right?
Yeah, that's true. But even making that Luke Shaw is better than Kostic.
Should we go?
Yeah,
yes.
Look at my goal up top, Abubakar.
I need to talk about this legend first. I don't care if it was the last minute of the game, pretty much. This guy here, I told everyone, who you taking, Abubakar or Lukaku? Told you, man, who I'm respecting more. Do you see the celebration? Red card, shirt off, all of that. Bring it on, man. What a guy, man. What a guy. 30 years old. We're saying he's not 30. We don't really care.
He's 50 minimum.
He's 50, but he's still bagging goals. So for me, I got to hand it to him because Cameroon, this tournament, at the end of the day, they were just unlucky, really, not to qualify. In different scenario, and if different luck had them, if Serbia had won today, pretty sure they would have went through, right? So like that could have easily happened.
No,
And
if Serbia
Cameroon,
drew, if it was a draw, if Serbia got one more goal, that's why there was.
Switzerland would have been ahead on
So-
head. They had this. They would have had the same amount of goals scored.
fair,
Yeah,
fair,
it would have
fair,
been
fair.
head to head.
yes, it would have been. Yeah, it would have. They would have needed Serbia to win, but that was a possibility as well. So that goal really could have been so big, but yeah, unlucky to them. But Brazil, there's a lot of talk now about their B team, so to speak. Are they good enough? But does that matter? It's a third game, and you see it with every team pretty much. Like the third game, difficult. Yeah, I think
that first team is going to come back fresh. Neymar might be coming back fresh. They're going to be a problem, man. They're going to be long to play against. I'm not gonna lie.
Nah, we're talking about this one guy though, Gabriel Jesus. Bro, this guy was getting cooked by Brazilian Twitter. I've never seen someone get cooked by their national team Twitter like this. This was worse than French Twitter, bro. They were
Flamengo fans. They're responsible for this.
Flamengo,
it's Flamengo fans.
Flamengo
they want Gabigol and all of that.
Fair enough, bro. But the way Gabriel Jesus, but also is, bro. He hasn't scored a goal in 2 months.
He looks down bad. I can't lie. After the game, like I saw Neymar like hugging him and stuff. Like he looks depressed. Like he's playing good. It's not like he's playing bad, but the goal's just not coming. And for me, I look at him and that's what I keep saying. Do Arsenal need a winger or do we need a striker?
You need a 9.
You
need a 9.
Yeah. I need a number 9. I don't know. I rate Jesus so much. I think he's such a good player. Some of the times, like, well, there was one.
Call me maybe Eddie Nketiah.
No. Squad player and that. I'm talking about starting every week, bro. Like, big up Nketiah. That's my guy.
Jesus should be playing. I'd say Jesus should be playing off the wing, but you ain't really replacing Martinelli and
Saka.
I can't lie. You should be playing 4.
I did a little squad in my head, and I was like, Jesus. Rotation option. You're gonna end up right wing one day, left wing one day. He's so good at everything, but he's not a specialist really.
I will never forget best player in the league shouts at the start of the season. Yeah,
well, he was.
This guy was dunking on Bournemouth. You lot was saying,
more impact than Erling Haaland.
Yeah, more impact.
Bro, his all-round game is nuts.
I know.
It is good.
It's everything but the goal. That's why I say, like, get him out wide. If Arsenal had a proper number 9 who couldn't be moved out of his position because he can't play on the wing, let's say, Jesus would end up playing out right, out left.
One thing today taught me though is if Casemiro gets injured for Brazil, they're cooked.
Yeah,
bro. Fabinho was bad. Bruno Gomes missed like 4 chances today.
I heard Fabinho was good. I saw Brazil Twitter praising him.
I heard he was decent, but like the levels between him and Casemiro are big, bigger than people should
look at that.
No, the levels are different. Like Casemiro is another planet. That guy's a different class of CDM, as a FIFA merchants like to call it. Like he's a great defensive midfielder, and Fabinho's been good at his his peak level.
It's good enough though. Good is good enough, but no, I'm talking about like the fans. They're talking about Fabinho is good, but Casemiro plays elite. So there's a little difference
to
between
win the World Cup.
elite.
For me, Bruno Guimaraes needs to play more. I know today he didn't maybe look the best, but this whole Fred, I don't know why did Fred start today. I don't know. They love Fred.
Fred for Brazil is normally different levels.
No, but he's not. Even the last game,
2 changes created today.
They're talking about the stats because sometimes I don't really pay attention to stats, but they were saying when Bruno came on the last game, he had basically more passes, more forward passes, interceptions, all that sort of stuff compared to Fred, and Fred played obviously the majority of the game. But I don't know, Fred, you know what it is. You know what he's going to bring you. I think that's why managers like him. It's similar to, like the Mason Mount debate. Obviously, they're not the same player, but I'm saying, when you feel like you know what you're going to get out of a player every week, Rabiot's and all of these sort of guys, these sort of players always find a way to sneak into 11s for managers. I think, Michael, you've experienced that time and time again with Fred. Like you can't get rid of him. He's going to be there one way or another.
Wait, they brought Danny Alves along just so he can complete football. I'm telling you, they brought him along just so he can be the first person to literally win everything. Because, bro, like the guy's 39 years old. He's playing in Mexico. I feel like that rating's a bit of a myth because I don't think he had a good game from what I saw.
Who cares if Danny Alves had a bad game or a good game? Listen, he's here for vibes. He is here to be a coach. He's here. He plays for Club Universidad Nacional. Yeah, this is not Barcelona. This is not.
He's a choreographer. He's a choreographer. Yeah. He organizes the dance moves and collects trophies.
He still looks in good shape. He looks all right. I think today Teller's got injured. That might affect the way Brazil shape up.
Of course he did.
Your enemy. Yeah, so Teller's got injured. Of course, the Alexander is there, but that's one less option in the defense. But let me just big up my guy quickly. Gabi
really
Martinelli.
today.
Did you guys see this kid?
Vinicius
I can't
Jr.
lie. Coming.
He might be the best left winger in the league.
Bro, what, in the league? Or in the Premier League?
Mm-hmm.
Who's he competing against?
Son.
He's better than Son.
Because Mane's gone now. Who else is there? Man City don't really have a left winger.
I think
Chelsea don't really have
Rashford's,
a left winger. Rashford's in the conference. Oh, that's mad. There's no left wingers in the league.
I tell you, the Prem fell off.
You can't have Phil Foden as a left winger.
Nah, he's a midfielder.
Nah. But you can't. Yeah, I wouldn't count him. He plays on the left, and I like Foden on the left a lot. I wouldn't put him in the same. If I'm not going to compare Foden to like Martinelli and Son.
I think Grealish is like the left winger.
Yeah, that's mad. There's not many left wingers, man.
So I said
because I'm trying to think. Right,
I think Martinelli is the best one. And he's only 21, so
Zaha.
Martinelli's Zaha.
Yeah, Zaha's a good shout. But Martinelli's been insane. If Mane was in the league, it'd be still him, but he's gone obviously. So yeah, maybe it is Martinelli. Maybe it is. But today, just on his performance, man.
Round of applause for Gabriel Martinelli, best left wing in the league.
Best left wing in the league. Best left wing.
Okay, we got to do another.
Whoa. Don't think we're gonna let that slip. Best left winger in Brazil.
What do you mean, bro? Vinicius Jr. We're coming like Vinny, little dribbles.
Until Martinelli scores a game-winning goal in the World Cup and puts up 2020s. Relax. Calma.
Give him the chance. Let him play with the first team.
When he does that, then we'll talk.
With the big boys, and then we'll see. Today, Anthony, people getting onto him.
I got my cheeky skill moves. I'm good, bro. I left with something.
Did he spin it? Did he do spinny?
Nah. He did a nice little couple. He did one nutmeg and everything, bro. I left with something. Good in build-up play.
Round of applause for
play.
Spinning, man.
For spinning.
I left with something.
Jesus going 2 months without scoring. Well done, man.
Bro, really I can't lie. Every day he keeps saying, you know what's killing me about Jesus? Like every day I see an interview, like the next game I'm gonna score. And the next game comes, bro, he didn't score. I'm like, come on. You might as well just save his energy, right? And just like wait for a chance, I think. But then we can't play like that. It's one of those ones. It's mad for him right now. I think he's thinking about it too much. When you think about things too much.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I'm looking at this Cameroon team. I really like it.
And Guisa.
And Buemo.
The left back was alright, you know. Promoting.
Oh, that Wu guy. I know he's very young center back. I think.
Which one? Wu?
Wu, yeah.
Ren again. He must be good if he's playing for Ren.
Ren are my super team in League One. I love that team.
That scouting is mad, yeah. And Bremu, as we said, Omar, that's your guy.
That's my guy.
Boubacar is still only 30, so he still got a couple tournaments left in him.
General.
Nah, I can't see this guy at a tournament again. He's pissing me off.
To be honest, right?
AFCON, we're coming. Yo, Mo Salah, put your AFCON goals.
Oh no! Round of applause to Abubakar as well for equaling Mo Salah's World Cup tally in more games. Well done, man.
How many goals did Mo Salah have in the World Cup? I didn't remember. When did he play in the World Cup? I didn't remember.
2-2.
Was in the last World Cup?
2018.
Bro, he scored them in the third game. That game was a wash. Bro,
he scored one. He scored them in both games. He scored one against Saudi as well. That Saudi Arabia super team. So
that Saudi Arabia team was not a super team in 2018. They got cooked 5-0 by Russia. Don't try that.
Yeah, but that Russia team, man, we that Russia team, that was a super team. That was super serum if I've ever seen it before. So
Qatar should have got some of that from Russia, man. They would have been allowed, and no one would have said anything if they had injected their players with.
No, Qatar would have probably won.
But I think they would have said it's against their faith. It's haram, man. Can't be doing them things there, man. No, I mean Russia, no rules.
And I keep an eye on Cameroon for AFCON though. They got something cooking. Boubacar.
When's the next?
You know, the thing, they shouldn't have qualified for this World Cup. They scored the two weirdest goals.
And a certain legend on Twitter, aka Lias, will tell you a million times on why Algeria should have been in that World Cup.
Yeah, bro. I remember watching that game. I couldn't believe I was watching how they qualified. And I don't know. Next, there's only 5 teams in Africa that can always qualify.
Oh,
right?
next time
So-
it's gonna be more though. I think next,
Four-
obviously, expansion with
It'll probably
World
be
and
like
everything.
Oh, we need to talk about that at some point. The
I think
next
it's gonna be
World
even.
Cup's
It's
gonna
always
be
an even
poo-poo.
number. Well, no,
48 teams.
and
How
they're
can I watch
changing
that?
it. It was originally gonna be 16 groups of 3, but now they're talking
Mm.
about making it 12 groups of 4.
So they still haven't figured out the format.
No, it was locked in, but now they're talking about
Okay.
changing it.
Wait, 16 groups of 3.
Yeah, and it was the top 2
Well,
teams
bro-
advance.
Nah, they should keep it at 4 per group.
Yeah, that's why.
That makes way more sense. Yeah, it makes
12
way
groups
more
of
sense.
No,
four.
they're gonna end up having a round of 32. Do you know how mad that is?
Mm.
So they're gonna have a round of 32, last 16, quarters, semis, final. Bro,
But
It's
the
the
amount of
Europa
spots,
League.
the amount of spots allocated aren't locked in yet. I think if Africa get like a semi-finalist, they get an extra spot.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
I
Morocco,
don't
all
know.
eyes on you.
But I guess that's why the World Cup's in US, Canada, and Mexico.
That's
So
why.
it'll be
That's
spread
why you're
out
starting to see
between 3
bids of.
countries.
You're starting to see bids of 3 countries because since
Hey.
more spots opened up, you could
Yeah.
guarantee more spots.
I don't mind. It'll be like qualifiers at the same time as a tournament.
Also, I don't know.
Tenzin, what you? I'm the one defending Salah here. Sometimes I think.
He's got help, bro. Mohamed El Neni, bro. He's got help.
El
What are you talking
Neni,
about?
Trezeguet, like he's got ballers,
I'm
man.
backing Salah. Oh my god. I'm backing-
Hegazi.
Hegazi,
They
bro.
got
Come on, man.
players.
Let's be
They
serious,
got
man.
players, bro.
No, that Egypt. If you know that Egypt team, yeah, that Egypt team's been overperforming for a while, bro. Trezeguet and who else? Someone else next to Salah, bro.
That goalkeeper saving mad pens and pen shootouts, man. He's a legend. That's what I'm saying.
Gabaski, my guy Gabaski for Egypt. Now you know that Egypt I watched. I'm not gonna lie. If they're looking at Morocco
Yeah.
and even Algeria, they should feel a little bit of shame. Like a big country like Egypt can't produce like 11 solid players to like do something. But I think that's a convo for another
Should
day.
we,
You wanna look at? Yeah, go on.
I was gonna say predictor, unless you wanna
Yeah, no, we might as well then. We'll do it.
Predictor day 4.
predictor again, yeah.
Nothing changed from yesterday though. It was just South Korea instead of Ghana.
No. It changes everything. It changes absolutely everything.
Changes the way it sets up. But
Not
let's
really.
see. I don't know. Well, okay, most of them, yeah. But the last
Let's
one,
see.
we'll go through it quick anyway. We've been
Yeah,
saying
we'll-
America to beat Holland. right?
America. We said USA, yeah.
We said Argentina. All right, cool. You said Japan. No, I said Japan. I don't know about you guys.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
we
backing
said
my boy
Japan.
as always.
We said Japan, yeah.
Oh, no, wait, Michael, you're
Brazil.
confused. Which are you back in? Tell me.
I'm back in Japan.
Okay, come. I thought you were on the fence still. Okay, cool. Brazil, Korea.
Bro.
Was that what we were
Yo.
saying, yeah?
Yo, that'd be sick though for like Asian football. That's massive.
Yo,
I need
can't
this.
lie. Football
need
needs
this.
that.
No, it doesn't because Neymar needs.
It's
a
not
World
gonna
Cup,
happen,
so
but
it doesn't
football
need it.
needs that. Oh damn.
How we cooking this? This is what I want to know. I've got a different
Brazil
final.
will have all the ball. Son and Huang on the counter attack, bro. Who's playing right back for Brazil? Danilo, right?
If he's back.
Danilo or Dani Alves?
No, Adam Militao's gonna play right back.
The
Yeah,
pace,
it
man,
changed
the
the
pace.
conversation, doesn't it? With Adam Militao.
Let's be serious. Brazil will win, man. But Korea, Japan would be so good.
That Korea midfield, bro, is gonna get dominated by Casemiro. They ain't seen someone like Casemiro before.
Whoever would have qualified would probably get knocked out by Brazil. England, Senegal. You know what? The more we get closer to this game, the more nervous I get now.
The more I think it's gonna be 1-0 Senegal, but surely, man. You know what? This is. I'm feeling pens in this game. I'm not gonna lie.
Just
If
advantage
it's pens,
England.
yeah, England are winning pens. If it's pens,
England are
England are
winning
winning.
pens,
But you know what
yeah.
it is? If England are going to lose to any team, I'm happy for it to be Senegal. I'll be more than happy. If they win, I'll probably celebrate a little bit. So it is what it is. Like I'm not going to be too opposed.
I need
the
Mbappe to
Senegalese.
put out. I need Mbappe to take out England. I can't lie.
Yeah, I need.
Yeah, but obviously we'll predict England will win that game. They should. On paper, as we say, they should win that game. France, Poland, on paper, you would go with France. Morocco, Spain. I said it yesterday, bro. I think Morocco going to win. I know.
Yeah,
it's
Holmes is so
almost-
outnumbered here.
Yeah, you're outnumbered, bro. You're
if I
outnumbered.
speak, I'm
With
I'm-
Africa,
I'm- I'm-
rise.
All right, now I'm
I'm
confused, bro. I'm not going to lie. Switzerland are moving me. Switzerland.
Yeah, the more I watch Portugal play, the more I'm convinced that they're going out.
Yo.
Switzerland got something for me, man. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie, but the way they conceded goals today has me a bit worried. But then again, it's Mitrovic, it's Vlahovic.
Not Ronaldo.
It's more of a physical. But
Ronaldo
yeah,
ain't getting past the quarters. Whatever happens, Ronaldo ain't getting past the quarters. If he comes up against that, what did they, Marco? You know, what did they used to call the Seattle Seahawks defensive line?
Oh, Legion of Boom.
The Legion of Boom, yeah.
sounds like a Marvel film.
Size, Agerd, Amrabat, Legion of Boom, bro.
Amrabat linked to Liverpool today. Like 30, 40 million now, they're saying. So watch that space.
From what I've seen, pay the money. Switzerland could do it, you know. Nah,
I think we go with Portugal because
I think Qatar. I can smell a Bruno penalty from here, though. I can smell something.
Yeah,
I think right.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. I feel this Argentina Portugal final's cooking.
I know, so do I. I don't like it.
Yeah. Do you not feel it just coming? Like we've been talking about it on the sly, like, oh, this will be mad. I just feel the way this tournament's going.
Right, so what they did too, bro. They made Argentina lose the first game on purpose so they could take us away from the attention. But nah, they ain't slick, man. I'm onto FIFA.
I will go Portugal still. What do you guys say?
Yeah, Portugal.
All right, cool. So we go back up. I think
Argentina.
Let's have,
like I've said for the last 3 days.
Eunice has got a question for us here. Who's the worst team in the round of 16? It's probably Australia, right?
Poland or Australia.
Oh yeah, Poland or Australia.
Nah, Poland just because they've been dead. At least
performance-wise, Poland. Performance-wise, Poland. Squad-wise, you'd say Australia, right?
Australia.
Squad-wise, Australia.
Yeah, but passion and performance, definitely it's not Australia. They've been one of the best, man. One of the most entertaining. All right, let's have a look. So yeah, again, USA, Argentina.
Soccer's
we
over.
go Argentina, soccer ends. We've been saying that. Japan, Brazil. Damn. There's a lot of Brazilians who seem to have like what's it called? Japanese ancestry, I swear. I've seen a few.
There's a lot of Brazil. Yeah, they're tightly linked.
Yeah,
it's the
Japanese.
It's the Corinthians kit. Is like has the Japanese writing on it. I swear.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, and a lot of Brazilians playing the Japanese league too.
We're still going Brazil, right?
Yeah, despite any sort of links,
it's
still Brazil because I need that semi-final there. England, France. Oh my, you know this game.
We're still going England, aren't we?
Mbappe.
Did we say England yesterday?
Yeah, you guys did say England yesterday.
I'll change your mind, man. It's gonna be France, man.
Yeah, he said England.
I'll change your mind. I'll be real. We're not beating France. Saka needs to come home as well, man.
No, but Saka, imagine he wins player of the tournament or something.
No, I don't care.
That's a Ballon d'Or charge for your star boy.
Premier League is more important with Arsenal than the World Cup with England, mate.
Bro, you're coming back to the Prem and City are going on a 20-game win streak. I'm telling you.
De Bruyne is depressed. Haaland, there's no one.
De Bruyne is the happiest man alive right now.
Yeah, nah. Could you imagine right now? How many Man City players have gone to the next round? Not De Bruyne now.
Portuguese guys.
Yeah, Bernardo, Diaz. Diaz is not even.
Nah, Diaz starts, bro.
What for City?
Oh no, not for City. No.
Yeah, for City, he's not.
Cancelo, Bernardo, Diaz, Akanji's through to the next round.
Laporte,
Stones, Walker,
Ederson. Even though it's a goalkeeper,
he don't play. Foden.
Depends if they start playing.
Alvarez, great shout. Rodri, Laporte, at Spain.
It's a decent amount.
They got loads of players, man. They got loads of players.
Yeah, we have a lot of players. I don't like that.
United have so many players at World Cup. Yeah, it's mad.
But I don't think any of other than Eriksen, none of our players went home.
We got who we got? Van Dijk.
You got Van Dijk, Alisson,
Fabinho,
Trent, Henderson, Fabinho. Trent and Fabinho won't play.
Konate
won't really play from now on.
We don't think Konate is going to play.
It'll be Varane.
I think the Shams raise Upamecano more, you know.
But would you not just play Konate? Why? If I start seeing Varane
Bro,
and
Varane
Upamecano.
starts, bro. He's the captain of the defense. Wake up.
Deschamps.
El
Wake
Capitano.
up. Nah, man. Come on, man. All right, cool. Yeah, so just do this one quick. So yeah, listen, I'm going France, man. I changed my mind again.
All right,
I'm
let's
sorry.
do
I'm
France.
flip flop every day. Every day you get a different answer. I'm going France. Morocco, Portugal. What are you saying?
Does Ronaldo really have it against the Legion of Boom, bro?
Liao, Felix. We're gonna have to rise. I don't know. I'm feeling Morocco, man. I feel like, as I said, if Morocco beats Spain, I feel like why not? Why can't they beat Portugal? Why not? But then again, I'm thinking about this potential Argentina-Portugal cook that's going to happen. Like this conspiracy is going to come to life. Are we saying both teams are losing to France anyway, though, or not? Because Portugal,
both teams are losing to France. Both teams are both teams. I think are losing to France. If
Michael,
France gets to the
I don't know. Yeah,
Michael died.
Come
on, Michael.
finished.
You're on mute.
Whoops, my
Earth
bad.
to Michael. Earth to Michael. Yeah, all right. Yeah. Now, what were you trying to say? Because we were trying to say, yeah, you're the decider here. Because I don't know.
I think both teams lose to France or England, but I guess Portugal because it's more likely.
Portugal, France. Let's just send the big boys in.
Cool. I'm sad to do that, but I hope Morocco win that game.
So do I. I actually do it more.
I think Argentina are winning this game.
My heart. I can't go against my heart. My heart says Brazil. I can't go against my heart.
If Argentina reaches the semis, then they would have shown some dog, and I think that dog gets them a
no,
1-0
but they would have played who? Australia and the USA.
And yeah,
that's dead, man. No, not
like Brazil they play Brazil.
Not like Brazil are playing anyone better either. They're playing Japan and South Korea. No disrespect, but
I can't look past Brazil, man. Even if they lost today, man, I just can't.
I'm picking my teams. My team, yeah, Brazil. I gotta back my boys.
Brazil.
France,
Portugal. Just come to the same conclusion as yesterday, basically. France.
Yeah, I told you, bro. Nothing changed.
Nothing changed. So yeah, again, France and Portugal final, and if that's not the final, so we have to remember that's our final. Brazil, France. If that's not the final, this World Cup's a madness because that should be on paper. Going through it time and time again, we just keep ending up with pretty much Brazil 100% in the final for us and France.
For me, it's 2 of 4. It's 2 of France, England, Brazil, Argentina in the final.
Mm-hmm.
And it could be any of those 4. I think Brazil and France on paper should be. But I think whoever wins the England-France game goes to the final. And then Brazil and Argentina are destined to meet each other in that semi-final, right? So unless we get a massive shock, like a Japan or Korea beating Brazil, Argentina losing to USA, Morocco doing a madness, that should be it. And I think it will be. I think their extra just quality will just sort of pan it out. But yeah, boys, I got to shoot. I don't know if you want to carry on, but yeah, much love
as well.
Chat, bless up. I'll see you. I think it's gonna have to be like Monday or something. But yeah, peace out, boys. Have a good one.
All right, enjoy, bro. Enjoy. Yeah, Michael, we cool to just do a few comments, and then we'll just wrap up. Let's see if there's any super chats we didn't go through. I think we went through all of them. So we'll just go through a few comments here. So yeah, Tenzin says Japan might cause problem to Brazil. Brighton guy is good, very pacey. Yeah, Mitoma, been talking about him.
You gotta start though. That's the first step to the issue. You gotta start the game, not coming at 45 minutes.
Did you see that stat? It said Japan have 17.7% possession.
Yeah.
I don't feel that when I'm watching them. Do you feel? I don't feel they have 17%.
Yesterday I felt it, but they didn't touch the ball yesterday.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Against Spain, cool. But in general, I didn't feel like. But then again, there was times they're defending so deep.
Even Costa Rica, bro. Costa Rica had possession for most of that game.
That game there, man. I thought it was all over for us, man. I thought my
Yeah.
agendas and everything were finished. Eunice says, "Can we get a new winner in this tournament?" But in terms of
It's just Portugal.
Not England, not
England
Harry
already won it,
Kane.
bro.
Oh, in terms of in general. Oh, I thought you meant in terms of our predictors. Okay, cool.
I think
Yeah,
you
no.
meant, like, Portugal is
I'd
the only
love-
country that could really win it realistically.
Yeah, Portugal. Obviously, Spain just got one. They won in 2010. There's not many others that you'd think. Portugal's the biggest nation.
Netherlands are crap, so
When did Holland win? Yeah, they never won the World Cup as well.
yeah, they never won it, but they're not getting past Argentina or Brazil.
And England's one. England's one doesn't count for me as well. I'm sorry. 1966.
I said don't count your
At home.
respect Bobby Moore and Bobby Charlton and them, man.
West Ham won the World Cup. Suspicious. It's suspicious, man.
Di Maria's injured. Interesting.
Di Maria seems to be injured. Might impact Argentina's chances of winning the World Cup.
Their most clutch player injured. That's peak. That's all I'm gonna say.
And they don't have that depth of Brazil, man. Imagine if Messi gets it out. He's out for like a day, one match. It's done. It's done, man. All right, let's look at here. LFC Network says Holland will beat the USA.
I'm sleeping on my dogs.
Pixelated Pigeon here says Portugal. I think this is when we're talking about Morocco.
If Ronaldo got benched, I would actually pick Portugal to make the final.
Yeah, if they played with them, they got one of the best squads to like retain the ball, build up. And
Paulinho came in instead of that William Carvalho guy, and Joao Felix played up front with Rafael Leao on the left. Portugal might actually win the World Cup.
Yeah, they could 100%. What's this question here? Tenzin says, why are we hyping those Spanish midfielders? They're the same Barcelona guy who got relegated to Europa League. Listen, I've not been hyping them that much. I've been saying they're going to get cooked, bullied, and all sorts by the likes of Morocco when they come up against them. And yeah, we'll do this as a last question from Eunice here. Team, you really don't want to see win the World Cup, Michael. You got one?
Spain, because there's no United player on it.
Damn, I don't know, A part of me is so weird. I'll be happy if England win, but I actually won't be happy with the consequences.
I really don't want England to win the World Cup, bro, because my tour is going to be over.
Much.
But Marcus Rashford World Cup trophy pics are lit.
Mm-hmm. If I get a Ramsdale Saka picture, it'll be nice. But then I'll also get a Harry Kane picture.
That Harry Maguire 80 mil price might be inflated back up again. We might actually get our money back. But,
it's mad. I just deeped it. I'm confused.
I say Spain first and then England. I say Spain first and England second. I don't want England to really win it.
What about the USA, man? I know there's no chance. But actually, no. You know what? I love stuff like that. I'd love it if the USA won.
There's a part of me, no, obviously, like 85% of me would love it because that's incredible, bro. But the amount of shit that people on here would, like the people in this country would talk about, they'd actually think that.
Yeah, no. That's
making random stuff up. It's kind of how you are with England, bro. It's like the fans.
No, that's what I would love it because at the end of the day, like American fans, when it comes to football, obviously the soccer, a lot of us see Americans get, even ones who know about football, they'll come for them like, you don't know football, For me,
personally, for my platform, it'd be incredible because it'll open up a lot of opportunities in my field, obviously, since the sport's not as big here. So for me and the guys that over here that love football at CBS Sports, for example, that'd be huge for people like there.
Yeah, that'd be mad for them. Yeah, that'd be crazy. But yeah, no, as I said, I'm confused. If England win it, I'll be happy. But then I know a week later, coming back to the Premier League, and I'm seeing Harry Kane with the World Cup, and I know the media. I
just call Harry Kane can't be higher than Wayne Rooney. No, England can't win.
Yeah, it's going to take it too far. That's what's going to ruin it. I'll end up being happy, but then I know the media is just going to completely ruin it for me.
Jason Cundy in there, man. Yo. I'm going to hear Mason Mount better than Neymar shots. I take it back, bro. Yeah, England can't win.
Yeah, we can have a nice run, but we can't actually win it. That's bad for football. But yeah, I don't know. Let me look at the teams because there must be someone I really don't want to win, though.
I really don't want Netherlands to win either. I can't lie. I just don't like about Netherlands this time. I usually love their country. I don't know. Something I don't like. Maybe it's European lad. Maybe my deep hated agenda with that guys.
You could have been getting flogged by Ajax in the transfer market, and now you're about to spend another 100 million probably on Cody Gakpo. This is just... Guys, how you buying not Bundesliga, even worse, Eredivisie attackers with this much money?
I mean, Anthony's
inflating
good.
the market.
I can't lie.
Inflating
Anthony's
the
good.
market, bro. Yeah, nah. Where's Michael gone? There you are. Yeah, no, just looking at the teams here. So there's not.
If Japan, by the way, if Japan win the World Cup somehow, me and Bilal, we've completed life.
I think we
No
need
one
to
can
move
chat
there
to us
for
ever
a year.
again.
We need to live there for like a year, learn the language, all
I'm moving
sorts.
to Tokyo. I'm moving to Tokyo.
100%. We need to like just get a passport, all sorts, because we were there from day one. When everyone was doubting us, bro. You know what? There's so many teams I'd love to see win it. I can't lie. The team that I don't want to see win it,
it's
yeah,
just
it's just England. I deeped it. I'm confused. When England start playing, I'll start supporting, but then I don't actually want us to win it. This is mad.
If the M15 were watching this, I never said this, by the way.
Yeah. No. If they're watching, listen, I said we can go to the final, but I need heartbreak. I don't need Harry Kane with the World Cup. I just don't need that. But yeah, I think that's enough for today. Hour and a half, guys. I know the big six and all that's going on. So yeah, go support them as well. Support this channel. Hit the like button if you're still here, if you haven't already. But yeah, Michael, tell the people like where to find you, etc.
My Twitter is obviously Michael_26, and Grizz Talks is my YouTube/TikTok. I follow the TikTok. I need the 1K so I can get on lives. I gotta cook some people. This Faisal, this guy, bro. I need to join his lives because they're hilarious. So,
I don't even know how to operate. I think I made a TikTok. I don't even know how to operate it properly. I just see
KDB. I did a little decent numbers on KDB here yesterday.
You know what? I'm gonna check it out tonight. I'm gonna check all of that out tonight, 100%. So yeah, go follow up Michael, one of the best guys you can find on football media. Even forget social.
If you like basketball, check out my Twitter. I be tweeting about the Knicks every night because they cause me heartbreak every single night.
You New Yorkers, man, when you're gonna get tired of this? Like, it's a toxic relationship. This is what I see with the Knicks.
It's really toxic, but it's I'm a Queens man, so
yeah, man. Listen, you guys are suffering. I don't know when's the last time they even won like the championship or anything. Or
before my parents were both born. Let's go with that.
It's mad because the brand it's not bigger than Man United in terms of money, like in terms of just like market value.
It's up there,
but I guess it's New York. That's a big
New York,
reason anyway.
I chill on that last comment, bro. Last comment, bro. I can't, I was dying of laughter for an hour. My ribs started hurting. My ribs actually started hurting.
Some things we prefer not to speak because I saw some videos. I could not believe what I was seeing.
Like Grizz said before he left, I prefer not to speak.
Yeah. We're not trying to get no one cancelled on here, lad. So I think at that point, bro, guys, peace out.